Teach me about safety, so Gary, Corey, where do you go? Hey, come on. Every year, the Soaring Safety Foundation, which, as you know, is the safety and training arm of the Soaring Society of America, recognizes in each of the 12 regions of the SSA the most active flight instructor in that region. And it's my pleasure and my disappointment to award that for 2008 to Gary Neighbor. I've got about 4 of these things hanging on my wall, and this sucker beat me out. But just as a quick reminder that the SSF's EDC Bronze Program is an excellent addition to any club's syllabus. It provides you some objective accomplishments that your students can learn long before he gets up to the private pilot certificate, which recognizes that he can then carry passengers, and that's about it. I'm also pleased to mention very briefly, some of you may not be aware of the fact that in 2007-2008, the Soaring Society of America, which is a 501c3 public charity organization, was approached by a guy named Bill Seed. The offer was to donate an entire airport, Sunflower Airport in Kansas, to be made into a glider port. This is a huge, beautiful facility. It's an artifact or a neat thing about this kind of organizational structure. In our region, Tidewater's done the same thing. A generous person can give an airport to a 501c3 that can turn around and then lease it or rent it to any other organization to use as a glider port. That's how Garner Field operates right now. So anyway, we were very excited about that, and the president of the society put together a task force, and they worked like dogs on this thing for about 6 or 8 months. And the bad news is that at the end it all fell through. It turns out there were some pretty unreasonable demands that the donor wanted to put on it, and so we never did get it. But that in no way belies the incredible amount of work that was put into it. And included on that team was your very own Jay Massey. I'd like to, where'd he go? Come on. Oh boy. This is a certificate of appreciation from the SSA, and the typing in fine print says, for exceptional service as a member of the Sunflower Airport Task Force and an advisor to the task force, and its members spent countless hours reviewing the proposed gift of Sunflower Airport to SSA to ensure the gift was in the best interest of SSA and structured in a way that provided SSA with maximum benefit, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, thanks a lot. It's volunteers like this that help keep us afloat.
Is this a great club or what? Where can you do something that's an abject failure and you
He's just saying that because he knows I retired from the federal government.
AIG?
So, unless there's any burning questions that someone has about the SSA, I'm going to say thank you, sir.
Okay.
You don't know where everybody.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we'll get rolling along here. This will be very similar to last year's presentation. We have myself starting out. Jay's going to talk a little bit about procedures and launch and landing. Well, there's some recent things that have come up in regarding flight safety I wanted to talk about, which is new. And Cole's going to talk a little bit about FARs. Bill talked about paperwork. Don Connor, we're very fortunate to have him here tonight to talk about air traffic out of the Roanoke Tower. And Peter will say a few words about maintenance and inspections on the aircraft, and I'll John talk a little bit about the incident response. So I got a lot of laughs with this picture last year, so showing to the flight line, again, common sense kinds of things, walking speed, situational awareness is always key. I always stress this, that it's there isn't one rule that fits all situations. So use your head. If you're down by the hangars and there's an airplane taking off, you probably don't need to stop the golf cart for wire towing operation. But if you're up closer to the flight line, it's important to do that. So Maintain vigilance on aircraft departing and entering the pattern. Know where they are in the pattern and where they are as a relationship to the aircraft staging area and launching activities. So think, just keep that always in mind. Staging, we're bringing them down on the west side, bringing them down about the middle of the runway, and then landing on the east side. Before the aircraft goes out on the flight line, it should be pre-flit, and an entry should be made in Blue Book. Okay, I know that's always, that used to be something we really mandated, and it's been a little bit lax, but whoever pre-flights the airplane has to go in Blue Book at the beginning of the day, so you know who actually performed the pre-flight and make sure it's a safe operation. East side wing down at the staging area, flags up unattended. That's to get as far away as possible from the landing traffic and the tow rooms. And canopies, of course, make sure that they're not left unattended if you're walking through the make sure the canopy's closed. When we're towing the gliders, fiberglass ships, everybody has their Rudy Giuliani moment.
Yes, dear.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. So, fiberglass gliders, canopies close and lock when you tow it. Planets, stick is held back with the seatbelt. Okay, so those are the two things to remember about towing those two different gliders. Canopies, never touch the canopy with your hands, just a rule of thumb. You grab it by the rail when you open it. There's lift points on the K-21. If you grab it by the window, you're going to crack it eventually. It's going to be fingerprints. So just mentally think, I'm not going to touch the canopy. They're not designed to be handled that way. Yes.
Yeah. Saw a guest taking a ride on Saturday or Sunday, whenever it was, front seat of the 21, opened it up, and with both hands flat on the canopy, pushed as hard as he could to get it opened up. So brief your guests.
It wasn't the same guest that almost drove over the wing of the LS6, was it?
Probably. Take your guess and brief them.
Was I the one that gave the ride?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Yeah, exactly. If you're taking somebody up who's never done this yet, I tend to rely on the person who's strapping the passenger in. I kind of shirk those duties and leave it to somebody who's on the ground. So I do kind of rely on the person who's setting up the glider and running the wing to handle that. So just keep that in mind that I may not, or the pilot may not actually be responsible. We should make a handoff of responsibility. But if I'm in the back seat and I'm not able to do that, I should let the ground handler know that they need to be briefed. Hook up signals, we got control checks, of course, tow release, take up slack, hold. I was at a glider club safety meeting up in New York once, and the instructor, we had this lunch, this terrific lunch, and there was a bean dip, and everybody loved the bean dip. And the instructor's up there and says, okay, now what does this mean? You know, and somebody in the back of the office said, too much bean dip. That's not a secret. Anyway, stop operations, and it's an obvious one, I think the most important. Okay, after touchdown, roll off the active runway to the west. Stay with your airplane. Okay? If you're not all the way off the runway, get off the runway. It's easy to get distracted once you're down on the ground. The very first thing you should think about is just pulling off the runway, getting as close to the west side as possible. And stay with the airplane. Don't abandon it. And again, ground towing operations, or putting a seatbelt around the plant. Two places, the L20, the K-21 canopies get locked, and keep an eye on the wind. Sunday, we were using operations both to the north and to the south, and so we do that a lot if the winds aren't strong. There's not too many people out there. It's an easy operation to do, but keep an eye on the winds. I guess Saturday was 2 weeks ago, was quite an experience for some of the pilots out there.